And for more on this, we are now being joined live by Subhash Chandra Garg from New Delhi. He is the former Finance Secretary of India and an author. Thank you so much, Mr. Garg, for joining us on the broadcast.
Thank you.
Sir, let's start with your assessment of this new tariff restructuring and also the tone that was adopted by the US.
See, they have made India a tariff of 25%. That's very well known. There is also an element of an penalty if you don't stop buying oil from Russia. So these are the two critical elements. India did not agree to the deal, and therefore this little higher than what Vietnam and other countries have got it. Now, what your report was quoting that the government is trying to ask the ministries concerned to find where more concessions can be given. That perhaps is a very difficult exercise. And at the end of the day, even if you come up with something, may not be acceptable to the other side. And so I have relatively much less hope from anything coming out from this exercise.
Right, Mr. Garg, and there's a perception that many countries that rushed into agreements with the US faced imbalanced deals. So India, however, has taken a cautious approach, balancing concessions with economic growth concerns. Now, having said that, how do you anticipate this strategy playing out for both India and the US?
So, see, there are certain areas where India is not prepared to go. You mentioned also soybeans, poultry, GM, basically agricultural kind of things. And there the US is demanding the concessions. So if you, and also higher tariffs on an average about 39% in agriculture. There is also chicken legs and other things. So if you don't give concessions here, and the Americans don't accept anything else, for the rest of the things, there doesn't seem to be much of a problem. I think India was prepared. In any case, about half of the imports of US from India, basically electronics and others, are not at this moment covered by the 25% tariff. So this has been a difficult deal. 4 months they've been talking and have not come to a common ground. And now in the remaining 22 odd days, if the delegation of US comes in 25 on 25th, it may not come. We don't know. But even if it comes, what else can you provide to find a deal? And if you do it, then what happens? Does 25 become 0? No. It becomes 10? No. So even those who have given everything have got 15 to 20% tariff. So it becomes a question of 25 to 15 or 18. That's hardly anything. So India would find very difficult to give more concessions for such a paltry kind of come down from the United States. So I don't see any deal emerging.
Right, and just to probe that a little further, now, Mr. Garg, as discussions progress, what in your view could be the best case scenario for India given the current trajectory of negotiations that we're on?
See, I think India has offered everything it could have. It started buying a lot of oil, LNG from America. It was prepared to buy some more defense equipment, enter into some deals on nuclear. I fail to understand, unless India opens up, I have no great sympathy for the so-called protection for agriculture. These protections are of the bygone era. They might be relevant 30, 40 years back, but today there is hardly any relevance. What is the problem in allowing soybean oil to come here. The concerns about GM oil and all is very small, but or almost not there. So, but India has boxed itself into a situation where these have become no go, no touch, not to be touched. And if these are not to be touched, I don't think Trump administration will accept that, all right, we'll exclude. So that is where the landing zone becomes more and more difficult. It has been there for last 3-4 months. It has not moved up. How can it move further in next 15 days unless you decide to change the basic no-go or the red line areas?
Absolutely. We'll have to wait and watch how these unpredictable tariff terrains unfold. And the outcome, however, hangs in delicate balance. But for now, thank you so much, Mr. Garg, for joining us on the broadcast with your sharp insights.
My pleasure. Right. Shukriya.